headed back to Orlando. We're not going to any parks this time. We're going to a wedding, but we're going to go around Orlando a little bit and get into some different stuff. Breweries, restaurants, whatever we can find to get us in trouble. Alright guys, I'm walking through Orlando International Airport. I'm going to take you to see one of the strangest things at any airport. It's this wax representation of a guy that's traveling and is like in layover or something. So they call him the Traveler. And it was done by a locally famous artist or something. You can find him down here on the main concourse when you're just doing random crap and you're walking through Orlando International. Looks like he's wearing a polo shirt, but he's not. It's got like a unicorn on it. Now at first glance it looks like I'm just like spying on some dude that's sleeping, but this is an actual piece of art. This is a wax sculpture and it's done remarkably well. Very good verisimilitude. Looks like an actual person waiting for his plane. Probably stuck here like a lot of people during the holidays and has some kind of like crazy layover. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, well that's the side of Orlando no one wants you to see. It definitely feels like a different side of Orlando, doesn't it? Like the rough side.
This isn't probably the side that Ron DeSantis would hang his campaign hat on.
Don't make fun of my boy Ron. Alright, so we're going to stop for a bite to eat at Cowboys Orlando. Krista thinks it's a strip club in disguise. I don't think so. It looked good. It looked like a place to eat.
It's a literal dance club.
It's a dance club?
Yes.
You want to go back to that Gators place?
I just want to eat.
All right.
I don't want to go to dance club.
Let's go try Gators. I just wanted to take a peek inside there. Maybe we can come back tonight. All right, let's go to Gators Dock side then. Got the Rainbow Road behind me, and over my shoulder there is Gators Dock side. So we're gonna head in there because I want to do something a little weird here with food, and can't find much in Orlando, but what there is gator. So I want to eat some gator. They serve gator tail there, so that's where I'm headed next. You're not gonna try gator tail? It's just like gator bites. Little gator bites, crispy gator bites.
Not my thing.
Not your thing. Anyway, so I was looking on the web and was trying to find a place that served gator as an appetizer, and I found this place. Is there anything more Florida than eating gator? Well, I don't know, but your boy's gonna find out. All right, here we go. Gator time. Yeah, a little chewy, different.
You've had it before.
I've had it a long time ago.
You said it
I don't
was
even
chewy.
think I remember. I said it was chewy. Well, if that was the one characterization I made about it, then it holds true even in Florida. So in the search for meaningless things to do to bide our time before we go to this wedding this weekend, we found Rockpit Brewing. Rockpit Brewing is consistently ranked as one of the best breweries in all of Orlando, and so we're going to call them out and see if that's true. That behind me is the coolest mug club I've ever seen. All different colored mugs, ceramic. That's something else. So my first thoughts for the Cackler IPA here, fantastic. This is a really good IPA. It's smooth. It's not a New England IPA. I guess it's a West Coast style, but it's not exceedingly bitter. I really like it. The next beer is Mustache Ride Red Ale. Now, what is a Mustache Ride? Well, I'm going to leave that to your imagination, but I'll tell you, This is pretty good. Reminds me of a Killian's back in the day. All right, so everyone has to do dinner, and we're in Sanford, which is north of Orlando. So we're trying this place called the Mellow Mushroom. It looks kind of mellow, so let's go see what the mushrooms are all about. I'm gonna get some pizza because we heard this place has some of the best pizza around, and this gal here next to me agrees. Their bar area is very festive too. It looks like during the summer there's a garage door behind there that opens up. Holy shiitake. I definitely feel like you're under the influence of magic mushrooms here. It's very funky. It's got like a cool, funky vibe to it. I wasn't supposed to get the large pizza, but Krista couldn't stop the will of the gods. The pizza gods wanted me to have a large pizza, and so I got a large pizza because they accidentally made me one. So there you go. I got the house special. It's basically got everything on it. All the meats and some black olives and tomatoes. And I'm pretty excited about this one. Let's see what Krista got. And you got the Great White, it's called?
Yeah.
Now what is in this?
White pizza.
Oh, I know, but what's on it?
Olive oil, garlic, ricotta, feta, onions.
Oh, and you got onions
tomatoes.
too. Now see, not a lot of people put onions on white pizza. So, that's interesting. Okay. Alright, let's go. Look at this bad boy, guys. Look at that. Come to Papa. What's up, boys and girls? It is a beautiful day, and what makes a day better than starting it off right with a healthy or not so healthy breakfast? We're at the another Broken Egg Cafe in Sanford, Florida, and this menu just looked fabulous when I saw it online. Lots of reviews, lots of 4- and 5-star reviews, and that's always a good thing. So thought we'd come in. And the food choices are really eclectic, kind of like new twists on an old thing. Interesting omelets. You can get apple fritters. You can get pumpkin-style pancakes, and all the goodness wrapped up in one place. So it's a neat little breakfast nook. Excited to see what comes out on my plate.
Yes.
Yeah, look at that.
Lucy.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. Looking good. Your potatoes will be right out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Looks great. And you got your side of bacon too.
Yep.
That's a must.
Yeah. Like a sweet breakfast at like IHOP or something. It's so sweet.
Yeah.
It's like you can hardly eat it.
Yeah.
This is perfect. Like not too sweet.
Yeah. So I am demolishing this omelet here. So good. Got your avocado on here, salsa, sour cream cheese. There's green peppers in here, chilies. That is really good coffee. Do you like the coffee?
It's really, mine's better than yours though.
You think so?
Yeah, it's great.
Well, you did good.
Yeah, it was delish.
The greatest praise you can ever receive is when you pick that perfect breakfast spot and your wife says, good choice. That's the way I want to start my day every day. As I sit here at this traffic light contemplating the year behind me and the year that lies before me, I just want to say how grateful and thankful I am for everyone that's tuned in, that's subscribed, that's liked my humble little channel. I want to give a big shout out to Joseph for all your encouraging words, and thanks so much for leaving all those nice comments about my videos. I really appreciate it. And everyone else that stopped by over the past year, you know, those are just the kinds of things that keep me going. This is probably the last big video I'm gonna do for this year, at least. There's only 2 weeks left in the year, but yeah, I'm in the process of moving right now, so the family and I are headed a little further north in Maryland, into the country actually, and that's going to occupy some of my time for at least the first quarter of the new year, but hopefully I'll get some trips lined up, get out and about, and have some new content up for you guys. I'm gonna check out this first place if I can get in there. Deviant Wolf Brewery or Brewing Company. So it looks like these breweries are in an area where there's a huge lake called Lake Monroe. Going to a local brewery is one way to get yourself acquainted with the natives. We've arrived in rainy Sanford. This is the historic district. All right, what's my next stop here? We got Wops and Hops Brewing Company. Thank you.
Peanut butter jelly, you're welcome.
All right, so Wops and Hops was a really cool place. I liked it. Hey, I'm a Wop myself, so I'm not offended by it, but this was definitely my favorite little brewery in the Sanford area. Definitely worth stopping if you guys come through. This might be the best English muffin I've ever had in my life.
This is every
So for my money, White Wolf Cafe offers the best breakfast in all of Orlando. Definitely check it out and get the English muffin, because the English muffin is to die for, but so are the cinnamon rolls, right?
Yep.
Excellent cinnamon rolls, and also love the biscuits and gravy, so definite recommendation coming from your boy. Right behind me is the famous Jack Kerouac house. Now, if you're coming to Orlando for Disney or Universal, this is something you're probably not going to see. It's off the beaten path. But Kerouac lived here in Orlando for just about a year, from 1957 through 58. But he wrote and published his most famous work, On the Road. And it was basically one of the flagship publications that defined the Beat generation, and other people like Allen Ginsberg and Charles Bukowski, who, well, he wasn't really a Beat, but he was kind of attached to that movement. Nevertheless, he gave voice to that generation, challenging authority, a reliance on individualism, and then, of course, trying a lot of drugs. So, but this is the house, and in fact, it's a private residence, and people still live here, so they probably get snoopers like myself all the time coming in and taking pictures and doing videos. But it's definitely worth stopping by. It's off of Shady Lane Drive here, in a nice area called College Park, which is a suburb of Orlando, and it's quiet and peaceful, so definitely worth it. If you have a car, you're renting a car, you're in the Orlando area, take a drive down here and take a look and see one of the most famous residents of the Orlando area. Well, this is the Pulse Nightclub, and of course everyone knows this place because of what tragedy occurred here. The shooting here still ranks as one of the worst in all of American history, and this really was a tragic shooting. The gunman killed 49 people and wounded another 53. Those are huge numbers, so when he was in there, it must have just been like a kill box, unfortunately, leaving little room for people to get out, and not many survive. I'm just going to take you along the perimeter here. It's basically a wall that surrounds the original structure, the original nightclub, and on the wall here, as you can see, are all these images. And then if you look through here, you see the names of the victims. One thing I noticed almost immediately is many of the victims are of Hispanic, Latin descent. At least that's what the names seem to suggest. Now, you can't really see the nightclub. I don't know how far this goes around, but yeah, it wraps all the way around here. Oh, here we go. So it says first responders breached this wall at 5:02 a.m. So that's the club wall over there. The shooting occurred at the nightclub in 2016. The temporary memorial you see behind me was established, but the idea was to install a permanent memorial. However, those plans have been suspended as of October of 2023. I'm not exactly sure why. Had to read about it a little bit. So this looks like it's going to be the extent of the memorial. The temporary feel to this memorial is very much like the Oklahoma City bombing memorial, because they still have the chain link fence out there from when the bombing occurred, with all the memorials and tributes and letters of remembrance that were written. So it's kind of interesting. I know everyone wants a permanent memorial, but the temporary nature of the memorial actually makes it feel more raw, more visceral. That's what I felt when I was in Oklahoma City and saw that memorial. And I remember that stood with me more. And today I even feel like it was just more tangible than even the 9/11 memorial in New York. But again, you know, that's just one man's opinion, and those are my own thoughts. Thanks for traveling with Trey. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. You know I always appreciate the support. Stay tuned, because there's more in 2024.